God for that. 1 Samuel chapter 16. 1 Samuel chapter 16. There's a certain prayer book that several of us here at the church have. And you read it daily.
Amen. 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 Amen.
Last few days, I've been praying about laborers. Pray for laborers, for the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. God sent me today to remind you, some of you, God is calling you to do more than what you're doing. Amen. You know, I can only speak from the Spirit. I once was a pew sitter.
All right.
I used to love being a member when we first started and going back to church. I've been out of church for years. I was going to Mount Pleasant, a huge church. So Fiance and I used to come in and sit in the back room. Get in and get out. We didn't want to talk to nobody. We want to be left alone. We just want to show up. But somehow I wind up here. But God is calling us to do more. 1 Samuel chapter 16, starting verse 1. The Lord said to Samuel, how long will you mourn for Saul, since I have rejected him as king over Israel? Fill your horn with oil and be on your way. I am sending you to Jesse of Bethlehem. I have chosen one of his sons to be king. Samuel said, how can I go? If Saul hears about it, he will kill me. The Lord said, take a heifer with you and say, I have come to sacrifice to the Lord. Invite Jesse to the sacrifice and I will show you what to do. You are to anoint for me the one I indicate. Samuel did what the Lord said. When he arrived at Bethlehem, the elders of the town trembled when they met him. They asked, do you come in peace? Samuel replied, yes, in peace. I have come to sacrifice to the Lord. Consecrate yourselves and come to the sacrifice with me. Then he consecrated Jesse and his sons and invited them to the sacrifice. When they arrived, Samuel saw Eliab and thought, surely the Lord's anointed stands here before the Lord. The Lord said to Samuel, do not consider his appearance or his height, for I have rejected him. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Then Jesse called Abinadab and had him pass in front of Samuel. But Samuel said, the Lord has not chosen this one either. Jesse then had Shammah pass by, but Samuel said, nor has the Lord chosen this one. Jesse had 7 of his sons pass before Samuel. But Samuel said to him, the Lord has not chosen these. So he asked Jesse, are these all the sons you have? There is still the youngest, Jesse answered. He is tending the sheep. Samuel said, send for him. We will not sit down until he arrives. So he went and sent for him and had him brought in. He was glowing with health and had a fine appearance and handsome features. Then the Lord said, rise and anoint him. This is the one. So Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the presence of his brothers. From that day on, the Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon David. Samuel then went to Ramah. You may be seated.
All right.
Just for a little while today, we want to talk on the subject of when God picks you. Amen. When God picks you. All of us. We have all mourned for someone who has disappointed us. We've all felt sorry for somebody who let us down. And Saul's reign as king had been a disappointment because he had disobeyed God. He was a liar, and at times he was plain out insane. Saul, the first king of Israel, was still on the throne, yet he was unfit to lead the nation. Samuel mourned for Saul because as the spiritual leader of Israel, he felt bad that Israel's first king had failed. And because Saul disobeyed God, God rejected him. And God told Samuel, what are you doing? Stop having a pity party because of Saul. He says, get back to work. He sent Samuel to anoint the next king of Israel. And this is the amazing thing about how God works. If Israel had an election to select a replacement for King Saul, it's not likely that the people would have chose David. But if Saul was the people's king, then David was God's king. Right. David was God's choice. Verse 1, God tells Samuel, how long are you going to keep crying about Saul? Yes, sir. And God is telling us, somebody in here today, it's time for you to move on. All right. You're stuck in a rut. And you're mourning and you're down and depressed about something. And God says, how long will you stay there? And he tells them, look, you are mourning for somebody who I have rejected. What does God say? God said, if I've moved on, all right, then you need to move on. He said, I'm sending you to anoint the next king of Israel. But Samuel, that flesh rose out. He said, look, Saul, cray. And if the word get down to the pool hall, that's right, get around to the beauty salon and down to the barber shop, then I'm on my way to anoint the next king, Saul would hear it and kill me. But look how God deals with our fears. Samuel says, if Saul hears he will kill me. And the Bible says in verse 2, the Lord's response was, take the heifer and with you and say, I've come to do a sacrifice to the Lord. In other words, Samuel is talking about what Saul would do, and God's response is, go do what I told you to do. All right. In other words, God is telling him, I got this. And somebody needs to hear this today. Don't you know you are immortal until God says it's time? I don't care how many ditches somebody did. I don't care how many poles they did for you. Nobody can do anything to you until God says it's time to come home. I don't care what plans people make for you. You are immortal till God says, come on home. So he says, invite Jesse, and I will tell you the one. Samuel did what God said. And the Bible says when the man of God showed up, the town trembled. Yes. He said that he told him he came in peace. Before the guests sat down to enjoy the feast, Samuel looked at Jesse's son. Samuel was thinking the whole family was there. Because he was operating by sight and not by faith. All right. Verse 6 says, when they arrived, Samuel, like many of us, we do the eye check. And how many of y'all know sometimes our eyes will fool you? Some of us have figured out the hard way. It may look good on the outside, but it ain't worth nothing on the inside. Here it is. Samuel does the eye check. He says, surely God has chose Eliab. So he decides in his own mind that this is the one that God has anointed. But verse 7 says, the Lord said to Samuel, don't look at the way he looks. Don't look at how tall he is. Because guess what? I've rejected him. The Lord said, do not look at things that people look at. Because when the world counts you out, and the good news that God counts you in, the world says you ain't nothing, you'll never strengthen you. All things, in other words, whatever somebody say you can't do, with God you can do. Sometimes I think we forget just who our daddy is. When somebody tells me I can't do something, I always tell them, you must not know my daddy. God said people look on the outward appearance. But the Lord looks at the heart. Then Jesse called Benadad. Had him pass in front of Samuel. But now, Samuel, after God tells him and gives him instructions about don't look like people look, now Samuel realizes God didn't choose him. He says, no, God didn't choose him. Then the Lord says, keep on looking. Jesse then had Shammah pass by. Samuel said, now he's on one accord now. He's on the right page. He says, God didn't choose him either. And then the Bible says Jesse had 7 of his sons. But Samuel said, God didn't choose any of them. Which means somebody missing. Somebody was so overlooked that even though they were told to bring all the sons, even the daddy thought in his mind, surely it ain't going to be him. So he could stay out there with the sheep. David was so insignificant to his family that Jesse didn't even call him in from tending the flock. His own daddy didn't see God's hand on him. They did not even consider that God could even choose somebody like David. And this morning we thank God that this selection process is better than man's selection process. Can I tell you something about man? With man, they might choose you today. But when somebody better looking than you comes around, they can dump you. And looks are deceiving. A moving company may look at somebody who looks like a bodybuilder and hire him over the skinny guy. But when they hire the big guy, they find out he don't like to work. He got the body, but he ain't got the mindset. Another company hires the skinny guy, and he turns out to be a hard worker. God chose you. He gave you a job where somebody else could have had it, but God chose you. That woman wanted somebody who was tall, dark, and handsome. But God said, no, I want you to have somebody who will love you and treat you right. And women, God gave you a man who might be short and stubby, but God gave you who was best for you. Some man wanted a woman who looked like a movie star. God said, nope. I'm going to see you somebody you wouldn't even look at, but she will love you, respect you. And God, with his great sense of humor, throws in something else and said, and she can cook too. That man said, sign me up. So sometimes God will give you what he knows what's best for you. Verse 11, so he asked Jesse, are these all the boys? Jesse says, there's still the youngest, but he's out there with the sheep. Samuel said, we're going to stand until he get in here. So when they got in, he was glowing with health. Fine appearance, handsome features. The Lord said, rise and anoint him. This is the one. Because what God wants you to see is, he wasn't the only good-looking brother. But God just told you, he don't look at his appearance. Because his other brothers were good-looking, but David has the heart. The heart for God. So Samuel anointed him. And from that day on, the Spirit of the Lord was on him powerful. And God chose David because David was a man after God's own heart. God chose a shepherd boy. a boy who knew sheep. Because God needed a shepherd to lead his people. Because you can drive cattle, but you got to lead sheep. And after looking at Jesse's 7 sons, Samuel finally found the one who was God's choice. And throughout the Bible, only prophets, priests, and kings were anointed. This anointing had to be performed and authorized by God. In Scripture, oil can symbolize the Holy Ghost and the giving His power upon His servants. And without the Holy Ghost, the servant of God cannot do the will of God and will not glorify Christ. In other words, I don't care how strong-minded you think you are. You can't work with God, for God, without the Holy Ghost. Because the Bible says, not by power, not by might, but by my Spirit, says God Almighty. And God, this is the way God shows up. God will choose you in front of everybody. Little old you. God will choose you in front of everybody. And some of you and your family, they didn't think you was going to amount to anything. They looked down on you. But God selected you. He let it be known to everybody who He selected. And He'll do it in front of everybody who thought there was no way that it could be you. He will pick you in the presence of people who look down on you. God will choose you in front of people who said you would never amount to anything. Some of you have been overlooked all your life. But God saw something in you that He could use. You may not be the smartest. You may not be the best looking. And the world looks at you and say, you ain't much at all. But you have a heart for the one who woke you up this morning. You are not the strongest, but you are strong in the Lord. There are people who have more education. But instead of choosing them, God chose you. Why? Because He knew some of these people are so sophisticated. They so uppity. They so smart for their own good that they get ashamed of God. But God needs somebody who ain't going to be ashamed of Him. He needs somebody who don't care who's looking at him. He needs somebody who don't care who's frowning at him. He needs somebody who don't care who's talking about him. All they know, they ain't went to college. They ain't got degrees. All they know is right early this morning, God came by their bedside, touched them with a finger of love, woke them up If you got breath, you need to praise the Lord. If you got breath, tell God thank you. And you're alright. And you're alright. God is alright. And y'all know, like I know, we should be here today. We should be dead, sleeping in our grave. But God brought you through depression. God picked you up, turned you around, placed your feet on solid ground. Ain't he alright? Before I leave you, I want to tell y'all this. Stop making excuses. That's why God can't use somebody like you. Can I go down the biblical record? Noah was a drunk. Abraham was too old. Jacob was a deceiver. Joseph was a slave. Moses had a speech impediment. Rahab was a prostitute. Gideon was a scaredy cat. Samson trusted the wrong people. David was an adulterer and a murderer. Solomon had too many wives. Elijah was suicidal. Jeremiah wanted to quit on God. Job battled depression. Matthew was too greedy. Peter was too angry. Zacchaeus was too short. The woman with the issue of blood was too sick. The woman at the well was too promiscuous. Mary was too poor. Paul was too religious. Timothy was too young. But yet, God used them all. And I thank God that he chose David, because David left us with some words. David said, the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell in it. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Whom shall I be afraid of? Here he says, he acts. Praise him according to his excellent grace. Praise him with the sound of the trumpet. Praise him with the psaltery and harp. Praise him with the timbrel and dance. Praise him with the string instruments and organs. Praise him on the loud cymbals. Praise him with the high sounding cymbal. Let everything